curious, Cozy, I'll start with you.
Yeah.
How do you think you're a citizen of the earth?
I think being a citizen in a specific country or city or what it may be just says you're a part of a bigger community. But I think a citizen of the earth really envelops the thought that we are part of Mother Earth and we come from Mother Earth and go back to Mother Earth. Everything we breathe and say and do in terms of energy comes in and out of that. We're just all living and breathing the same air. So
That's beautiful.
there's no real borders if you
Yeah.
really think about it.
I think living around in different places kind of opens your eyes to how unique each place is, especially in Canada. Like having lived in Halifax, sometimes it takes being there or meeting someone from there to realize like, oh yeah, like they're cool out there still and they
Yeah.
exist. And what they contribute to the country might be different and you might not see it every day, but it does matter.
Do you think like being like a citizen of the earth, there's kind of like rules and norms that we need to keep universally?
I think so, totally. And it's like boils down to what you're talking about in terms of like humankind. It's almost more humbling to consider yourself a global citizen because technology has allowed us to be connected with everyone and across like further lands and distances. Sometimes you just step back a little bit and let other people, step forward so you can all stand in the same circle.
Yeah.
I think. But of course, business and money and greed also want their own stuff.
Yeah. For us in Pela, at least, it's definitely shifted a little bit where people's focus is less on environmental now, like more on obviously health and safety. That's like the main priority for us to stay safe. But for us, we want to have a combination of keeping like Mother Earth safe and then also like all of our humans safe as well. Like it's one and both the same, right?
Yeah.
Like one can't survive without the other.
For me, it's giving back to Mother Nature because it gives so much back to us. And, I shared with you guys that I paddled the perimeters of Okanagan Lake and Cal Lake picking up all the garbage. That was an opportunity for me to give back to Mother Nature, to the lakes, just because they give so much to me. It's fulfilling to my soul, right? So
Yeah.
that was a driving force for me. I wanted to paddle around Cal Lake here with the objective of ridding the shorelines of the garbage. And it was so bad.
Was it just like stacked?
Oh, if you're just grabbing one or two things, it doesn't seem like much.
Yeah.
But when you start to travel a long distance and it starts to accumulate, it's a little unsettling to what you'd find.
We all heard about it. None of us
Yeah.
had met you before. So like, would you think that was like a positive thing, a scary thing? Like, how did you work through that?
It was a good thing. It really gave me energy to keep going, right? And know that other people were helping, if it was just a little bit. But for me, even the thought of continuing on to Okanagan Lake was very, very scary.
Oh, that lake is what, 10 times the size of this one?
Oh,
Like,
at least.
Yeah.
Can't even
Right?
imagine that.
and obviously your kids are like closely involved in this type of lifestyle as they're like feeding ducks on the shore, literally right now. Do you think do you find that their perspective on their relationship with like the earth has changed, or maybe they have a truer relationship that like has opened your eyes up to it?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It's actually become problematic because sometimes I've gone to the beach. I just want to be kids, right? And my daughter's running around picking up garbage and won't sit down.
Off
right?
people's picnic
Play.
baskets.
But yeah, no, it's good, right? I think that it's been influential for them. And,
Yeah.
something that's definitely opened my eyes up to bigger problems.
That's so cool. How long would you go out on the water for at a time to?
8 to 10 hours.
Oh, like once
Wow.
a week? Like how
Yeah,
long?
it was at least once a week, 1 to 2 times a week.
So over 450 kilometers, over 10 months, do you feel like your relationship to the earth in this particular area is like so much stronger now?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean it's a special place
Yeah.
for me and many.
Yeah.
I
And
think also that
that's the
like
coolest thing.
one thing in moving to the Okanagan, which I'm loving about living here, is the appreciation for, like I said before, for nature and like feeling like I'm one with the land here. And that's like a beautiful story of like you are physically part of the growth of this lake. And I think that's something not to just bat an eye at. Like that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
being a
And
global
the fact-
citizen.
To me, it's these rules that we have to follow. The same way that, like, as a citizen of Canada, there's laws I have to follow. As a citizen of Kelowna, there's bylaws that I have to follow and keep my dog on a leash and things that I don't like. And like, I feel like as citizens of the earth, there's laws that like are universal that are unwritten, and we seem to forget about them, or we think that like they don't apply to us because nobody really holds us to them.
Yeah.
So I think that's so important that no matter where we are on Earth, whether it's Zimbabwe or Halifax or Lake Country, like we have these rules that we have to follow
Yeah.
as citizens, like united.
Well,